I had everything I ever dreamed of, but my heart felt completely empty. Those were the words that echoed inside Rohan's mind every single morning. He would wake up in his luxurious apartment, sunlight pouring through the glass windows, the aroma of fresh coffee filling the air, and yet, he felt nothing. He had worked hard to reach this point. A six-figure salary, a shining black car parked downstairs, branded clothes in his wardrobe, and vacations that looked perfect on Instagram. From the outside, Rohan's life seemed like a dream come true. But on the inside, it felt like a hollow shell. Every day followed the same lifeless routine: office, meetings, emails, scrolling through social media, and then falling asleep to the noise of the city. He wasn't sad. He wasn't happy either. He was just numb. One Sunday morning, as he looked at his tired reflection in the mirror, Rohan whispered to himself, "Greater than, what's wrong with me? Why doesn't anything make me happy anymore?" Something deep inside told him he needed a break, not from work, but from his life. So, without planning much, he packed a small bag and decided to visit his hometown, the little village he had left behind years ago in search of success. Hours later, his car rolled into familiar dusty roads lined with banyan trees and tiny tea stalls. The air smelled different, raw, fresh, and real. Children played barefoot, laughing freely, and old men chatted under the shade of a tree. It was simple, and yet, it felt alive. When he reached his old house, memories rushed in like waves. The walls were cracked, the paint had faded, but it still whispered stories of his childhood, stories of joy, struggle, and love. Inside, the caretaker handed him a small wooden box covered in dust, tied with a faded red ribbon. "This was left for you, by your mother," the man said softly. Rohan's heart skipped a beat. His mother had passed away years ago. He gently opened the box. Inside were old photos, small keepsakes, and a little diary with words written on the cover. "Greater than, thankful heart." And beneath it, a note in his mother's handwriting. "Greater than, for my son, when he forgets what happiness truly means." Rohan held the small diary in his hands, brushing off the thin layer of dust that had gathered over the years. The words, "Thankful heart," were written in his own handwriting, neat and innocent, like that of a young boy who once believed in miracles. He slowly opened the first page. There, written in blue ink, were simple words that made him smile. "Greater than, today I'm thankful for the rain that cooled the summer heat." He turned another page. "Greater than, I'm thankful for Mom's cooking, it made me happy after school." And another one. "I'm thankful for my best friend, who shared his lunch when I forgot mine." Each page was filled with tiny, heartfelt moments of gratitude, moments he had completely forgotten. With every line he read, he was transported back to a time when life was simple and happiness came easily. He could almost smell the mangoes from his backyard, hear his mother humming in the kitchen, and see his father's warm smile as they all sat together for dinner. Those small memories, which once felt ordinary, now felt priceless. As Rohan continued reading, tears rolled down his cheeks. He whispered softly, "Greater than, when did I stop being thankful for these things?" Somewhere along the journey of chasing success, he had lost sight of what really mattered. He had stopped appreciating life's small blessings, the morning sunlight, a stranger's kindness, a peaceful night's sleep. His mother's note echoed in his mind. "Greater than, for my son, when he forgets what happiness truly means." It was as if she knew that one day, her son would need this reminder, that true happiness doesn't come from money, luxury, or recognition. It comes from a heart that knows how to say thank you. That night, Rohan sat outside under the open sky. The stars shimmered above, and the cool breeze brushed against his face. For the first time in years, he closed his eyes and whispered, "Greater than, thank you, for this peace." And in that quiet moment, something beautiful awakened within him, a feeling he had long forgotten. It was calm. It was gentle. It was the first spark of happiness returning to his heart. When Rohan returned to the city, nothing outside had changed. The same tall buildings, the same rushing crowds, the same noise of traffic echoing in the air. But something inside him had shifted. Deep within his heart, there was a new kind of stillness, a quiet strength that came from gratitude. That first morning back, he did something he hadn't done in years. Instead of reaching for his phone, He reached for a small notebook. On the first page, he wrote, "Greater than, Day 1 I'm thankful for waking up to a new day. I'm thankful for the warmth of sunlight on my face. I'm thankful for this cup of tea." They were small things, simple things, but they made his heart feel full. He smiled. A real, peaceful smile, as if he had rediscovered a long-lost friend. Days turned into weeks, and writing 3 things he was thankful for became Rohan's morning ritual. He noticed the beauty he had ignored for years, the laughter of children outside his apartment, the kindness in a stranger's eyes, the gentle sound of rain tapping against his window. Even busy days felt lighter because gratitude had quietly changed the way he saw life. At work, his coworkers noticed it too. He was calmer now, more patient, more alive. When someone once asked, "Sir, how do you stay so peaceful all the time?" Rohan simply smiled and said, "Greater than, I started saying thank you, even for the small things." His words spread through the office, and soon, a few others began trying it too. Gratitude was contagious. It didn't just heal him, it touched others around him. One evening, as Rohan walked along the riverside, the golden sunset painted the sky with shades of orange and pink. The cool wind brushed his face, and he closed his eyes, whispering softly, "Greater than, thank you, for this moment, for this life." For the first time in years, his heart felt completely at peace. He realized that peace isn't found in the noise of success, it's discovered in the quiet moments of gratitude. And as the sun disappeared beyond the horizon, Rohan smiled, knowing that the power of a thankful heart had truly changed his life forever.